Good morning, Year 1. Welcome to today's English lesson. So this week we're going to be looking at a new suffix, er, and see what effect that has on words. And we're also going to be looking today at Goat and Donkey in the Great Outdoors, and we're going to have a go at identifying the key characters and main events in the story. So when you're ready, get your whiteboards and whiteboard pens together and we'll get started. Okay, so before we get going, I want you to just tell your grown-ups what a suffix is and where it appears in a word. And grown-ups, start the video again when you're ready. So, a suffix is a grapheme string, so it's a set of letters that's added to the end of a word. It changes the meaning of the word. So, the suffix er changes a verb to a noun. So, to camp becomes camper, or to watch becomes watcher. And what I want you to do today is have a go at using this suffix er and use the er words to describe one of the people on each of the picture. So when you're ready, we'll get going. And when you've finished, start the video again and you can see if you agree with me. Okay, so for this first one I came up with walker. Any one of those three is a walker. Here I came up with the word camper. You can see them camping in their big caravan. Swimmer. Anybody in here is a swimmer. Jumper. Climber. And the last one, runner. So I bet you got all of those, and now we're going to start the main part of the lesson. Okay, so what we're going to do today is two things in our main part of the lesson. First one is, while you listen to the story, I want you to stand up when you hear one of the words that you will have written on the whiteboard, and we're going to have a look at those words in just a moment. We're going to read them together. And then the second part is we're going to have a look at analysing the story, identifying the characters, the setting, looking for time openers we can use in our own writing, and thinking about the main events of the story. So let's have a look at the words that I want you to listen out for. Read them with me. Shall I have a go at this? Outdoors. You're listening for that word. And this one. Thinking. This next one. Quiet. Next one. Donkey. Tricky one, this one. Decided. Two tricky words put together. Somewhere. Special. Afternoon. Holiday. Something they do at the end of the story. Snuggled. Difficult. Even harder. Impossible. Something Goat wants to go on. Adventure. And the last word, camping. So what we're looking at is you choosing 3 or 4 of these words, maybe a few more, maybe just a couple, write them on your whiteboard, and then when you hear the word in the story that's been read for you in a moment, I want you to stand up and hold up the word, because this is vocabulary you could use in your own retelling of the story. So I hope you enjoyed listening to the story again, and if you want to use this again during this section of the lesson, that's absolutely fine, because what you're going to be doing now is we're going to be going through a page at a time, Identifying characters, they don't change much. The setting, so what the scene is that the characters are appearing in, what's happening on that particular page or pages, and then any time conjunctions you can see in the story. So we're going to have a look at the first page and highlight some of those features, and then I'm going to show you what I mean. So, one morning, Goat announced, "I've decided to go on a holiday, a camping holiday in the great outdoors." "What a good idea," said Donkey. "And while you're away, I will have lots and peace of quiet to read my book." "Goody," said Goat. So that's all settled then. So, we've got a time opener here. We've got a main character there and another character there. And you can actually see the setting. The setting is the bedroom, isn't it? And the event is Goat deciding to go on a holiday. So what I want you to do is fill in the different sections. Now I've done one of the characters here, and that is Goat. But there's another character and you need to find out what they're called and write their name down properly. Now, the setting in this first part of the story isn't described in the writing, but you can see it. It's a bedroom. And then the event, the key event here, we said, was Goat decides to go on holiday to the great outdoors. So that's condensing what we do. And then time conjunctioners or time openers was one morning. And it's quite important, if you can, to include the comma. So what I want you to do is go through the rest of the pages in the book and pull out the key information. Grown-ups, you don't need too much on the hot and cold, etc., etc. That would be just something along the lines of Goat just thinks about where to go on holiday, and then you can do a list of those. But try to keep the different settings that you see. Okay? And that's it for today. I bet you can do brilliantly with this. And when you're ready, if you can, send a photo of your work in so that we can see it. And then there'll be another lesson along tomorrow. Good luck.